Yo, it's your boy Taylor Kalani. I'm back with another established 84 podcast. This is episode 3. This has been a very, very busy week in sports, specifically basketball with the NBA draft ending last night, and there being a bunch of blockbuster trades that happened around the draft. Also, USA is playing another game tonight, so there's a lot of things to be excited about, and that's what's on my mind. And I thought I would, talk to you guys about it, and get my viewpoint and my opinion on things. I'm just someone that loves sports, someone that's been around sports my whole life, being a soccer player. I've coached soccer, I've coached basketball, I've done different things around sports, but sports is like my love, so I don't ever want to get it confused, and I don't ever want to be someone that is here talking down about anybody. I'm someone that loves sports and loves talking about sports, but I don't want to use this as a space or platform to tear anybody down, no matter who they are, no matter what they look like, no matter nothing. And I just want to spread positivity and, show love. So you're not going to get, the drama and all the silliness about talking down about people with me. I just want to spread positivity and love, just like I said. So today, my quote for today, again, is about living your dreams. This quote is from Muhammad Ali. He said, "Stop counting your days and make them count." Every day should be a day that you make count. Every day should be a day that you love hard. Every day should be a day that you go hard. You know what I mean? Like, everything you do, you should be doing it at the best of your ability. We should never half-ass anything. We should never go through the motions or anything. Any of those type of motions or energies, more than likely you shouldn't be where you are. I'm not telling anyone to quit their job or get a divorce or anything of that nature, but if you're in a situation where you're just going through the motions, you should probably take some self-inventory and see if that is the situation for you. It's no disrespect to the person that you're dealing with or anything of that nature, but everything is not for everybody. And the longer you spend, in a situation that isn't feeding you what you need, is further away from where you need to be and who you should be with, for that matter. And that goes for all parties involved. If you're in love, try to make it work, but after a while, everything doesn't work for everybody, so you should probably remove yourself from that situation and find something better. But at the end of the day, I don't want to see anybody's home being broken up or anything of that matter, but how good are you to the people that you say you love if you're not giving them the best of you? So I just wanted to, leave that thought with you guys, because at the end of the day, every day that you wake up is an opportunity to, to move closer or to already have achieved what you desire and what you dream about. You know what I mean? Every day that you don't put energy in, every day that you don't try to move towards what you want and what you desire and what you dream about, is another day that you're not where you want to be. And if you're anything like me, that doesn't feel good. You know what I mean? Like, you want to wake up, you want to feel good, you want to be happy to do whatever you're doing for that day, and you want to put your best foot forward and give good energy to every situation that you're in. It is not help us or do anything for us to put bad energy into situations, act funny towards people, and things of that nature. So at the end of the day, if you're in a situation that you don't feel like you can give positive energy to and love to, then you probably shouldn't be there. I love y'all, and I want to see everybody happy, and, let's just make the best moves that we possibly can make to get to where we want to be. Now, today, last night, and the day before that, a very jam-packed day for me. I talk about a bunch of different things as far as sports-wise, but if I'm being honest, like, if you want if you want the good energy, if you want, an excited person, you have to talk about things that excite you and things that you're interested in. So going forward, I'm going to scratch the surface on a bunch of different things, but more than likely, this pod is going to be more about basketball, soccer, and football probably than anything else. I mean, I might touch some baseball probably around the playoffs time, and I might even touch the surface on tennis with the U.S. Open. I mean, it's something that is exciting, and I've been a couple times, so I definitely have interest in it. And I have interest in tennis too, but I don't pay attention to it as much as I probably want to or as I should. And we might even scratch the surface on a little hockey, but for the most part, basketball, football, soccer. Those are the things that I grew up around. Those are the things that I have passion for. Those are the things that I have love for. Those are the things that I'm knowledgeable about. So I don't ever want to be that guy that talks about things that I have no clue about. So you more than likely won't ever be getting that from me. This is something I forgot to do. We're going to do a T-shirt check. You know what I'm saying? MTSU, as always. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to get a little T-shirt deal. You know what I mean? Specifically with them, I just want to be able to represent my school every time that I'm on any platform. I mean, it gets a little chilly in here, so we also got a little Nike jacket, you know what I'm saying? Nike MT sign right there. So got my MT cup, you know what I'm saying? You see Blue Raiders, MT sign right there. And this was a special game for me because I am not a Duke football fan. I'm a Duke basketball fan, but we played Duke in football, so that was actually the only time I've ever seen a Duke sporting event outside of basketball. I mean, I've watched stuff on TV, but I've never been to another Duke University sporting event besides numerous basketball games throughout the years. But yeah, last night, the league is completely reshaping itself this week following a wild championship conclusion and an absolute blockbuster trade and the arrival of highly anticipated rookie class. I'm specifically a Laker fan. We didn't really do too much. So I'm probably just going to talk about, the major movement. The Knicks, they won the championship. As we know, it's the first time since 1973. And we're still, there's still hangovers from that. I don't know if you've seen a young lady got fired for stealing a Knicks-themed garbage can. She worked at J.P. Morgan, and she is no longer an employee there because of her actions. People are real crazy about their teams to the point where clearly they will lose their jobs, which sounds crazy. Your boy Giannis is heading south. What do you guys think about that? In a massive pre-draft stunner, the Milwaukee Bucks sent Miami Heat, and the Miami Heat agreed to a monumental blockbuster trade that sent two-time MVP Giannis Antetokounmpo to the Heat, instantly disrupting the hierarchy of the Eastern Conference. The Bucks got some stuff back, but I mean it's not as substantial as the Heat getting Giannis. So, what do you guys think about that? The Knicks won the championship, so they're the team that's at the top of the hill right now, and they didn't lose anybody or haven't lost anybody yet. All they did is add people in the draft, so more than likely they're picked to probably or at least have a chance to repeat. But do you guys really feel like Giannis going to the Heat is going to change or lessen the Knicks' chance of repeating? Me personally, I mean, Giannis is good. I'm not going to say he's not. And the Heat have some good pieces, but they traded away basically everybody. I mean, they still have Bam. I mean, I guess that's what kind of matters the most, because he's the guy over there, and I'm sure their front office is top tier, with Pat Riley. So I'm sure they'll find some guys to fill out that roster to, field a competing team. But how much do you guys think him going there changes the complexion of that franchise? I don't know how much I think it does. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's a very good player, 2-time MVP, but I mean, the year that they won, he had great pieces around him. They had Marcus, Malcolm Brogdon. They had Drew Holiday. Who else was over there? I'm not even gonna lie. Like it's escaping my brain. But he did have a good team of players around him. I mean, not stars, but complementary pieces that could, be a star on any night. You know what I mean? Like Drew Holiday, I believe he, at the end of his career, he should go into the Hall of Fame because he's always contributed to every team he's been on. And, he's, produced at a high level, but he's not a continuous, all-star in the league, but he's a very, very good player and has produced everywhere that he went. And I believe having someone like that on your team is very important. That's why I believe when the Boston Celtics won, he was a very important and integral piece of them winning the championship as well. So you just gotta always have guys like that around you, and I'm sure the Heat will, find some guys. Well, not like, they're going to do like an open cattle call or anything like that. But they have a good front office, so I'm sure that they will, get some good pieces and be able to contend. But I still believe right now, as far as the East goes, it's still going to be the Knicks because, they still have the same exact team. So, I mean, but that was a really, really big trade, and we've been waiting, for months for that to happen. I think they tried to move him at the trade deadline, and it didn't happen. So now, he's with Miami now. So congratulations to him. Miami's definitely a more interesting and, hot place to live over Milwaukee, Wisconsin. No disrespect. Sure, it's a nice place to live. Great sports town. Great history. But come on, man. Miami's Miami. You know what I mean? And when you look like me, you want to be somewhere hot. You know what I'm saying? Where you could live your best life all year round. Don't got to worry about no snow. Don't got to worry about none of that. Just, literally you can walk out your house and see palm trees. You know what I mean? If you're a single man, I'm not, he's not, but if you're a single man, depending on where you live at, you can walk right out your house and see women in bikinis. You know what I mean? So it's definitely the place to be over a Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And they're in a rebuilding stage. So, he wanted to get out of there. New surroundings, new situation, new opportunities to, to get back to MVP status. Melo got traded as well. He is now on the Timberwolves, and I'm happy for him, but I don't know how good of a move that was because they have Colin Knippel over there, and they have some other good pieces, but I feel like in the Charlotte situation, he was like the battery. He was like the engine, you know what I mean? Like he kept everything moving, especially like him at full health. Like, he's a very high level passer. His IQ is amazing. He makes good decisions. Like if you watch his game, it looks a little out of whack sometime, but that's just how the Ball brothers play. You know what I'm saying? They were raised to play basketball a certain way, and out of all three of the brothers, he mastered the Ball bro way of playing basketball, which is taking, deep threes and, like transition threes and just doing things to affect the game, but in a very unorthodox way as far as what we're used to seeing. Like, I mean, it's a little bit more prevalent now, but for the most part, we're not used to just people jacking up shots from anywhere on the court and consistently making those shots. You know what I'm saying? You know, like a person might bring up a Steph Curry, but at the end of the day, like I feel like his game still has a little bit more structure in it than Melo's does. I mean, the results are similar, but I mean, I just feel like his game looks a little bit more uniform, and you know exactly what you're getting from him. I was actually watching a video yesterday, and this dude was playing a video game, and he was saying that it's harder to fight to well, he was playing you at the UFC 6, or it might be 5. I don't remember which one it is, but he was saying it's harder to fight a person that doesn't have a game plan over a person that does. The person that doesn't have a game plan, they might piece together like unorthodox combinations and different kicks and things like that. Whereas if a person has a game plan, more than likely you've seen that game plan before, unless you're the first person that they've ever fought. So you're able to study it, you're able to see, you're able to, pinpoint tendencies and things of that nature. I feel like that's the difference between Melo and a Steph Curry. Melo is like he has a game plan, but it looks like he doesn't have a game plan, so it's hard to pinpoint what is he going to do next. Whereas someone like Steph, not saying he's easy to guard, but if you pay attention to him, he has tendencies. So it allows you to prepare for those tendencies. Whereas a Melo, I'm sure he has tendencies, but they're very unorthodox. So you still can't just easily pinpoint them. Like you have to, really be tuned in and just kind of use, try to be 2 steps ahead of a person, 3 steps ahead of a person to try to stop them from doing what they do. The Timberwolves are, establishing a very good young core of players. Their best player is still young, you know what I'm saying? Ant-Man, still young. They have other good pieces, around them that I feel are going to be very productive. They were productive this past season, making a nice playoff run. But I feel like adding Melo I think that takes them over the edge, if I'm being honest. I don't know if I'm saying they're going to win the championship, but they've been in position the last 2 years, and they didn't have someone like Melo on their team to take the focus off of Ant-Man as much and, do more of the facilitating. Of course, Melo is going to get his points as well, but he's also a very high-level passer, like I said before. So, a player like Ant-Man could really, really benefit from that because he could play. He already plays off the ball, but he could play off the ball even more because now you have a ball-dominant point guard that loves to pass. He loves having the ball in his hand, but he also loves distributing the ball and making flashy passes and doing different things that I know for sure will benefit Ant-Man. So I feel like that's a very, very good situation, and I feel like that's a situation that is definitely going to be fruitful. Can I predict the future? No, but I'm just going off of what I've seen and how I personally feel when I hear, okay, Ant-Man and Melo are teaming up. I think that was a good move by the Timberwolves. The NBA draft wrapped up its second round last night, but I didn't get to speak on it, so I'm going to speak on it from, starting with the first round. The first overall pick was AJ DeBonsa. That was pretty much known. He went to the Washington Wizards. They have a young core. and they have AD and Trae Young over there. I believe bringing someone in like AJ DeBonsa is definitely going to help their situation. I still believe they might be like a piece or two away because I'm not saying he can't, but I feel like putting that type of pressure on a rookie right out the gate a lot of times doesn't bode well for the franchise. So I feel like they probably still need to lean more on AD and Trae Young and just, I mean, of course, I wouldn't say bring him along slow because, I mean, he's a very, very good player and he's definitely NBA ready. Is he ready to be like top tier talent coming out the gate? That I can't say, but I know he will be a great contributor. And, I feel like before we recognize it, he'll be one of the top guys at that franchise. So, I mean, that was a very good pickup for them. I believe he fits well with the guys that they do have, and I wish him nothing but success. And I also want to congratulate him for being the number one pick and also showing love to Terrence Carter, who passed away a couple years back in a car accident in L.A. They're both from the same area, Brockton, Mass. So, I mean, just being from that area, he wanted to, show love and shine light on someone that the basketball world lost. Definitely way too young, had a big cultural impact. The streets loved him, and he was just getting his chance, for the rest of the world to get to know him and see what he brought to the table. And he was taken from us very soon. So, again, I want to shout out AJ. I want to shout out AJ DeBonsa for, showing love. I got allergies or something. I don't know what it is. But anyway, I definitely commend him for showing love. The second pick was Darren Peterson out of Kansas. We got to see a little bit of him this year. He struggled with injuries, but when he was on the court and healthy, he produced at a high level and looked very, very ready for the next level. Congratulations to him for being the number one pick in the draft and going to a well-ran franchise like the Utah Jazz. I don't think everyone is fit to play in Utah. I mean, being an African American, I don't feel like there's too much for us out there. And it's kind of religiously rigid. Like, it's mostly Mormons. They don't have a lot of religious diversity or cultural diversity. But I mean, there are people there that look like me. So it's not like it's just totally one-sided. But I just feel like if he focuses on basketball and, keeps his head down, which isn't too hard to do in a place like Utah, he'll be a great. Before we know it, he definitely produced at a high level when he was on the court and had flashes of continuous greatness. Hence, that's why he went number 2 in the draft. So I want to, send a shout out to him, send some love to him on achieving a lifelong dream. This next one is special to me. The Memphis Grizzlies landed Duke's dominant big man, Cameron Boozer. I'm a big Duke fan, as I've said before, and as you guys know. So I'm very happy that he was drafted by the Memphis Grizzlies. I am not a Memphis fan myself, but I currently live in the state of Tennessee, and my father, my younger brother, and my nephew all are season ticket holders to the Grizzlies. So I definitely will be, getting at least some tickets this year, to go check out my boy Cam play. He had a great season at Duke. it didn't end the way, of course, the way he planned it or the way he wanted to, but he's been a winner at every level. I mean, can't win everything every time, I guess you could say, but you know, he's won AAU championships, he's won high school championships, you know, like anything that you could think of on the amateur level, like he's won. So they're definitely getting a winner. They're not getting just some guy with a name like a lot of people try to make it seem like all Duke produces is guys with names and not dogs. We've been producing dogs for the longest. A lot of people have succumbed to injuries and things of that nature, but you know, we've put dogs in the league since forever. Like even before, you know, even before blacks were able to play at Duke, you know, we were putting good guys in the league. You know what I mean? Like Art Heyman, I mean, to name one, Bob Verga, like we had guys, you know what I'm saying? I know my Duke history, so, you know. And Duke basically introduced big time recruiting into college basketball by way of Vic Bubas. Vic Bubas to me is top 5 coaches of all time in college history. He didn't coach for that long, but he produced a lot and, you know, brought a lot to the game in that time frame. Won numerous conference championships, won ACC tournament championships, went to the national championship, but just was never able to win it. But as you can see, I love Duke, and I am very happy to see Cam in the state that I currently live in. I'm more than likely going to move eventually, but I'm here now, and I'm happy that I will get the opportunity to see my current favorite college basketball player, at least from last season, to play in a pro game. So that was definitely a good pickup for Memphis. They made a lot of other good moves in the drafts, different picks and things of that nature. So he is the marquee person of this draft class for the Memphis Grizzlies. But they picked up some other good pieces later on in the draft and made some trades of that nature. And I'm just happy. I'm happy to see my boy, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, coming to Memphis. I'm in Murfreesboro, which isn't that close to Memphis, but just like I said, I have family in Memphis that are season ticket holders, so, you know, might have to spend the night just to go to, you know what I mean, to go to the game. I mean, it's worth it. Like, that's my guy, you know what I mean? I'm very happy to see him living out his dreams as well. His brother is still at Duke, and I believe that he is going to contribute at a high level, just like he did this year. But, you know, he kind of started out a little slow because he wasn't getting consistent starting minutes. But then, once he got going, he had a pretty good season, and we're bringing him back. Isaiah Evans left. I'm not really happy about that, but I wish him nothing but the best in the league. And you gotta do what you gotta do, right? So, I'm not like mad at him or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? But he's on. You know what I mean? We were talking about Melo in Ant-Man with Minnesota. Isaiah Evans is in Minnesota as well. He was picked with the 33rd pick in the second round, and I'm happy for him. I wasn't happy to see him leave, but I'm happy that he got drafted. I'm happy that he didn't sit around and not get to fulfill his dream and basically left for no reason. I guess I'm sure he probably still would have gotten picked up, but they probably put him on like a 2A or something like that. And there's, getting signed on a two-way is cool because you're in the league, but I mean, he would have made more money staying at Duke. So I mean, that definitely wouldn't have been a good money move. He got drafted. He was 33rd pick. That pick doesn't come with guaranteed money. So I mean, he still has to, I don't think he has to fight as much as, what I mean, someone on like a two-way or a 10-day or something like that. But he still has an uphill battle. He still is in a position to get cut if they wanted to cut him. I mean, I don't think they will because I feel like he'll slide in to that situation as well. He's very, very good off the ball. So being fed by somebody like Melo, you know what I'm saying? Like he's in a good situation. You know what I mean? To make a long story short, he's in a good situation. And I commend him and shout him out. Wish he would have stayed, but he didn't. Malik Brown also was drafted as well. He got drafted to the San Antonio Spurs, which is a great situation. The things that he brings to the table, I mean, he's the do it all guy. I mean, and if you watch any Duke games the past 2 years, if he needed to score, he could score. I mean, he's not a high level scorer, but I mean, he can get you a bucket if he needs to get you a bucket, but he literally does everything else. He rebounds. He plays amazing defense. He's a leader on the floor. And I mean, we're talking about the San Antonio Spurs, which very well might be like the greatest franchise in NBA history from a front office standpoint. They've done good business since the ABA. You know what I'm saying? This might be, taking it too far, but to my knowledge, I don't think they've ever had a bad year. You know what I'm saying? I don't remember them ever making like a bad pick. You know what I'm saying? They made great picks. They've made picks and picked up guys that, you know what I'm saying, other teams passed on, like a Tony Parker, a Ginobili, you know what I'm saying? Like those type of guys contributed at such a high level once they were given their opportunity. A Boris Diaw, you know what I mean? Like Patty Mills, like, you know what I mean? Like, they've had guys, and the reason I'm saying these guys is because these aren't like marquee guys. This is not like a Tim Duncan. This is not like a Wembanyama. This is not like a Dill Harper. You know what I'm saying? They know how to pick stars, and they know how to pick the guys to go around their stars. I feel like they are top tier franchise in NBA. I'm a Lakers fan, so you know what I mean. It kills me to say that because the two teams I hate the most are the Spurs and the Celtics. But, I mean, you got to give credit and show love when it makes sense. And it definitely makes sense over there. They've been doing good business since the 70s. That's why they were one of the franchises that came into the league when the ABA folded. And they never even won a championship in the ABA. But their business was so good and their, you know what I'm saying, their fan involvement was so good that, you know what I mean, they couldn't really deny them. You know what I'm saying? And I believe that they were the first Texas franchise in the NBA that succeeded, apparently, because I mean there might have been a franchise before that, but I'm not 100% sure. But I know for sure that they were the first successful franchise, at least money-wise and business-wise, in the NBA. I didn't go through all the picks, you know what I mean? Like, because I just wanted to kind of scratch on, you know what I mean, the top guys. But I want to give a shout out to like all the guys that got picked in the draft, first and second round. And, you know, like, want to commend them for being able to reach out. No, I mean, not reach out, for them to be able to reach their dreams that they've been thinking about their whole lives. because at the end of the day, I mean, I'm from a basketball, a basketball area, a place called Teaneck, New Jersey, which is very close to New York City. And growing up, everybody wanted to go to the NBA. You know what I'm saying? And I don't personally know anyone that I grew up with. You know what I mean? I know people that we watched or that we might have played against and stuff like that growing up, but none of my friends made it even close to the NBA. You know what I'm saying? That's not true. My boy SB Sean Banks, you know what I'm saying? He scratched the surface of the NBA, but I mean, I didn't really grow up with him. Like, I mean, we became friends definitely when he was in college, but we became friends probably like 11th, 10th grade in high school. So he wasn't like what I would consider like a day one, and all my homies played basketball. You know what I'm saying? And none of them made it to that level. So for all the guys that did, I want to send a shout out. Caleb Wilson. I mean, I don't really like to talk about guys that went to that other school being North Carolina, but he was drafted by the Bulls. He's a very good player. He actually played AAU with the Boozer twins, so I mean, it was good to see them. It was good to see them go against each other in college. He got hurt. That definitely hurt UNC's chances of making it deep into the tournament. I don't wish for anyone to get hurt, but, you know, it never saddens me when UNC's chances of being successful are lessened. I mean, he's healthy now, and that's why he got drafted into the league, so all is well with that. But, you know, we didn't win either, so, I mean, you know, I can't even really appreciate that as much as I would in a situation if we won the whole thing. Keaton Wagler, a high IQ combo guard with elite positional size. He's a point guard and he's 6'5". He's a great shooter, and he projects to be a highly versatile backcourt partner along with Darius Garland. That's a good situation over there. The LA Clippers, they're, you know, starting to get their stuff together again. You know what I mean? And picking up some good guys and making good moves in the draft, which they haven't made probably in a while. Markel Brown Jr. out of Louisville, kind of like Darren Peterson. He was hurt for a large percentage of the season, but when he did play, he produced at a very high level. He is an elite scoring threat, and he also broke the ACC freshman scoring record. So, you know, like, if you're doing those type of things in the ACC, you're definitely a stud. I mean, you're not balls. You're definitely a top-tier player. And I want to congratulate him for getting drafted to the Brooklyn Nets. I guess you could say that's my home team. I wish they would move back to New Jersey. I feel like we need our team back. And, you know, so, but Brooklyn has them right now, so it is what it is. And I want to, you know, send a shout out to him for getting drafted number 6 by the Brooklyn Nets and playing limited games for Louisville this past year. Another very good player, a player that I definitely see producing at a high level in the NBA once given the opportunity, is Darius Acuff Jr. He's out of Detroit, but I believe, you know what I mean, not even believe, he went to IMG and then he went to Arkansas with Cal. Cal always knows how to get his guys ready for the next level, so I believe that he is going to have a pretty good career, good season, as long as, you know, health and everything holds up. Shout out to him. Shout out to the Sacramento Kings for drafting him. I feel like they made a great move with that. The Atlanta Hawks got Kingston Fleming, good point guard out of Houston, lightning fast, and he's a defensive-minded lead guard, and he can also score. I mean, if you need him to score, he can score. I mean, he's kind of a do-it-all guy. He looks a little timid, you know what I mean, but he's a dog. I mean, he's definitely a dog. he's like a, you know what I mean, a pit bull and he looked like a poodle. You know what I mean? No disrespect. I'm just saying, like, he looks like a nice guy. He looks like, you know what I mean? He looks like someone that wouldn't even kill a fly. You know what I'm saying? So, but not only is he killing flies, he's stomping on them things. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, he's definitely a dog. Definitely a dog. Marez Johnson Jr., he was drafted 9th by the Dallas Mavericks. He reunited with his college coach, Dusty May, who recently took the head coaching job after winning the national championship at Michigan. I don't think anyone's seen that coming, but they definitely reunited, and I feel like I don't know. I don't really know how I feel about that because I feel like Yaxel was made to be the marquee player at Michigan this past year, and he was on the board, and instead of taking Yaxel, he took Marez. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I don't know. I mean, I'm not trying to put too much on that, but he had the opportunity to take any player that he had already if he wanted to, and he took Marez. So, I mean, I guess it was, I don't know if it was fit. I don't know if he felt like he's more talented. I don't know what the situation was, but it kind of threw me off. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew who Marez was, but I feel like I thought Dusty was going to take Yaxel. You know what I'm saying? And with the number 10 pick, the Milwaukee Bucks took Braden Berries out of Arizona, a tough physical two-way wing that's ready to come in immediately and contribute. That was a great pickup for them. He had a very productive and good year at Arizona this past year. They were number 1 for a large percentage of the year, and it is not solely because of him, but he definitely played a major part in how good that team was this year. And that basically rounds out the top 10 of players that got drafted the night before. There's some good players that went later in the draft. Like I said before, Isaiah Evans and Malik Brown. And, you know, it was a good draft, and a lot of people's dreams came true. And I just want to make sure that they are being commended and shouted out and being shown some love, because at the end of the day, I mean, this was their last moment to be regular. I mean, if all of these people that I named careers end up the way I think it will or the way I think it should, they'll never just be looked at they'll never be looked at as just another person again. People are going to have their pictures on their wall. People are going to wear their sneakers. People are going to wear their jerseys. People are going to screen their names. People are going to want autographs. So no longer can you just go to the store and be a regular person anymore, especially at the level of expectation that's being put on you by being a top 10 pick in the draft. So I just want to show love and let them know that, you know what I'm saying, like, before it gets all crazy, if it hasn't got all crazy yet, just take a moment, sit back, and just, you know, enjoy what's about to come. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people, their problem is they don't enjoy the full process. You know what I'm saying? The road to get there is just as important as what you do when you get there. You know what I'm saying? So keep doing what you've been doing. Keep working hard. Keep showing love. Keep, you know what I mean, bringing the people that love you with you, because also a good situation is not only the team that you get drafted to, but it's also the people that you keep around you. It's also the people that you trust. It's also the people that you put in position to help you out and to make money themselves. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, just like I said last episode, you know what I mean? In these situations, a lot of people have yes men, but we need some no men as well. You know what I mean? You don't want to be out here giving all your money away and then something happened to you, God forbid, and you don't even got it no more, and the people you helped out is okay now, but you not, because you can't circle back and be like, oh, I helped you out. Can you help me out now? No, they're probably not going to help you out because more than likely none of those people are ever going to be in the position that you're in currently. So make sure you're making intelligent moves and doing things that'll benefit you in the long run. Um, Before I wrap up, I want to make sure that I give love and some time to the U.S. The U.S. is rolling in Group D. They have been dominant, securing a 4-1 thrashing of Paraguay and a clean victory over Australia. They have already locked down the top spot in Group D, so I mean they kind of have nothing to worry about. Captain America is coming back tonight. Christian Pulisic, he sat out last game with an injury, but I read reports that he plans on playing tonight. So tonight's match closes out U.S.'s group stage, and they're playing against, I'm going to just say Turkey. You know what I'm saying? Their name is something different now. Turkey, I don't know what it is. Don't hold it against me. They're playing them tonight at what do I want to say? Oh yeah, at 10 Eastern, which is, I mean, I guess they just wanted to give them like the primetime game, but I feel like that's kind of late on a Thursday. It's summertime, but there's no such thing as summertime for people that have jobs. Summertime is only a thing for kids. I mean, of course, like there's probably more stuff to do and because it's nicer out and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, on a Thursday night, more than likely you got to go to work Friday morning. So, I mean, I get it. They wanted to put them on prime time, but I feel like the game is kind of late at night. But USA is looking to go perfect in their group at 3-0, which would be the first time ever. I mean, it's already the first time ever that they won the group, and they've actually won the group already with a game in hand. So tonight is just basically to solidify their current dominance. Am I happy for them? Yes, I'm super excited. I'm definitely going to watch the game tonight, and I implore you guys to do the same exact thing. With that, I love y'all. Stay positive. Let the people know that. Let the people that you know. Let the people that you love know that you love them. Don't ever be afraid to express how you feel about the people that you care about and that care about you. And you know what I mean? Never put off giving someone their flowers. A lot of people get flowers by the time, you know what I mean, they only want to give flowers when they're on their deathbed or they're already gone. Love the people that you love while they're still here. I love y'all. I'm out.